Hey guys, I thought I would reply with a response to your email sent today, May 6th. We got some questions on there that I'm going to try to reply, but also do it with the screen capture so I can help you guys visualize it. And then if we need to meet up, would be glad to. All right, so number one, did the overall project cost change by instead of pouring concrete, doing a rock driveway? So we're talking about out here. Yes, if we go from concrete to gravel, like a road base, that is definitely cheaper. What I would want to get clarity on is I think we kind of talked about some geogrid type things. The more intensive we make that, if it's like pavers or something more intensive than just a road base driveway, then there may be some costs there that start to begin to get it closer to what concrete would be. So if it's gravel, yes, it is absolutely considerable amount less than what concrete is. Number two, does the plan include major roof work? At one point it did, and I wonder if by removing the major roof work, the overall project cost was reduced. Trying to clarify what you're meaning by that question. I know we had a roof line that was right here that went straight back. It was a larger gable at one point, but now what we're doing is this smaller gable that's right here that would go back into the house, but we still have a nice cool looking shed roof that's over here. So as far as space, we're still covering a lot of the same area. So we didn't really cut roofing, it's just a different style. So if we're keeping all of the same roof that I have here shown in blue, then no, there wouldn't, I mean, there may be a very minimal amount less, but, and that's only because we have a little bit of space here that we're cutting back. We're not really saving a whole lot there. But could we do something different by making some cuts on the roof line shown in blue? We just need to decide on any of it that we want to cut. So optional, yes. I don't think, as it sits today, did we save some from what the previous rendition had. Number three, do we need to do tree removal before the work starts, or can that happen during after housework? We assume that some will need to be removed to set the stage for the circle drive part of the project. Yes. Well, there's a couple thoughts there on tree removal. We can do it as part of our project that we're doing for y'all, or you can do it before we start and save on some construction time just to get things out of the way. What I would like to say along with that is if there's any trees that are underneath concrete that we're doing, I really would like to see the root ball removed out of the soil completely. If it's not where we're doing concrete, then you can cut it down to a stump and grind it down that way, leaving the root ball in place. So it just kind of depends. Or we leave it, put it in our court, and it's something that we take care of. Feel free to ask questions on that if we want to walk the site and talk through what trees need to be removed. Another thing is we'll need to make sure we have driveway access for concrete trucks. We'll need 14-foot clear in height, and then also just to make sure there's nothing sticking out too far where we can get around some of those sharp corners. Let's see. Moving on. We don't understand the configuration of the broom closet. Is the water heater in the same room? Will electric be available to charge vacuums, etc.? Okay, that's talking about right here in this closet right here. Yes, we can put electrical in there for charging vacuums, whatever you need, and yes, there is a water heater currently shown. And just to kind of tell you how I got here, I turned the laundry room to get more counter space right here. So once I turned, excuse me, that probably looked like I gave you a whole bunch of counter space. The counter is right here, and then we have uppers that are above. But the reason I didn't just run this countertop down and then stop it is now we would not be able to, there's not enough room to get into that space, that closet. So that was my idea on I'm putting that 45 with a door in there. Now it becomes a bigger closet. You can put brooms in there. The water heater is mounted on the wall. It does not take up a crazy amount of room. The only other option that we could do for this closet that y'all may like if we did want to run this counter all the way down and get more counter space, which is kind of cool, and we can't get access through the door here, we would go ahead and run the wall solid across here, and then in this powder bathroom we would probably do a door right here, and then do the water heater from that side, and this could be a broom closet. It just seems a little odd to come through the powder bath to get to the brooms or to the water heater. However, the benefit is that we get to have more counter space in that laundry room for folding and whatnot. So it's kind of cool, but it does create a little bit of weirdness to go through the powder room. So let me know your thoughts on that. And then next question is, what material is the covered front porch? It is on the shed roofs. Hold on just a second. So on the shed roofs, which is now this one, what I'm calling shed roof, and this is a shed roof. Then we have a roof over here, and then we have a roof over here. All those are what I call shed roofs, and then we have a little gable that is right here that goes up onto the roof, and then we're keeping the existing gable that is about right here that shoots all the way through to the back of the house. So that's currently what's happening, and I guess just to sketch that all out to make sure we're saying the same thing, we used to have this gable going all the way across and doing that. So it's a different style to answer that question, but we're still covering the same amount of space here. So there's really not a significant savings by doing the different roof style, because we're still covering that area there. So this area is metal is what I have in mind, because it's a lower pitch. This is metal and this is metal, but then the gable that's right here could be comp, because it's going to be the steeper pitch, your existing slope of the roof. I think that answers number 5. Okay, then we have the next question, which is, which faces of the house are Granbury chop? I think you're meaning stone. So to clarify that, it is anywhere you see this hatching, that 45 degree angle line in there, that is where stone, the new Granbury chop stone, would be. So that's all of those. So that's where the stone is. And then around the perimeter, you can see there's not a hatched line around there. So only where I showed the highlighted areas just now, where that 45 degree hatched in space is. Okay, what is the small 2-foot space in the master closet? Oh, that's super easy. We're talking about that right there. That dimension won't stay there. All it is a placeholder, I guess. This is literally just to show that we have enough space from door to wall, so that you can have full hanging rods right there where clothes can fit behind the door. So that's all that 2 foot is. It's just clarifying we have enough space for hanging clothing. So if we move that door closer, then it could only be like shelves. Like if we want to do shelves on this wall instead, we could actually move that door over a little bit if there was a reason that we wanted to do that. So that's what the 2 foot is. What is the 4x6 space in the bedroom crafts room? That is attic access. Your roof line is the ridge line of this roof is right down the middle. So whenever we do attic access, we want to make sure we have plenty of head height up in that attic space. So that's why it's kind of right in the middle where that ridge is on the roof line. So we have more headspace. We can move it over a little bit, but that's kind of the point of it. That is an attic access. We want it where we have the most head height in the attic. Bedroom 2, did we decide to use a regular door or a pocket door? Currently, we only have regular doors shown. If there's a pocket door that you're wanting to use in this bedroom, we can make it a pocket door if you would like. I think there might have been talk about maybe that door sliding back into there. It can work either way. This door is not going to swing in to the cabinet. You have probably 10 to 12 inches of space before it gets to that cabinet. So it's not going to be hitting the cabinet if that was a concern. But again, if we want to do a pocket door, we just build it into this wall here and reframe all of that. So let me know what you want to do on the pocket door for bedroom, bathroom 2. Number 10, we are very interested in which items from the home inspection are being addressed. Can you run down that list for us? We think at the very least the house needs to be leveled and electrically grounded. The outlets need to be changed. Some of the switches and outlets will require minor trim work. The HVAC needs to drain away from the house and not pool under the house. We need to replace the galvanized pipes from the well house to and under the house to various faucets. There may be other critical items, insulation, that need to be addressed. Okay. The original ballpark was not to redo all the plumbing, because that would mean getting into a lot of these areas that we had set to remain. So in that area, I didn't have anything. Plus, if there's some major concrete busting, that would be an expense. But where we do have it accounted for is any of these new fixtures that are in this area. In the new bathroom, these are accounted for, these are accounted for, and then if we have crawl space, and we can get new PEX piping underneath to replace some of that galvanized. So yes and no to answer that question. I will go through that home inspection as well and give you a response to that as well. So with the house being leveled, yes, and just to clarify, older houses we're going to basically shim up as needed. You can never, I don't want to say this because it sounds negative, but you can never get a older house perfectly level. But can we help it, shim it up, get it closer? Yes, but without basically tearing down the entire floor system and rebuilding it. There's not an easy way to, there's no easy way to make that perfectly level. Without redoing it completely. So yes, we can shim up and add some support, and that should be included in the budget. And then electrically grounded, yes. Only on the electrically grounded statement. Again, I didn't have much in here because I've always had that to where we're not touching it. It's just a space that we're not getting into. So if we need to account for something in there, I do need to add that. But then anywhere we have new walls, that is definitely going to get new plugs. And if we can access into some of these existing walls that maybe have plugs, if we can access it, then yes, we can pull a new wire to get a ground into there. But as soon as we start cutting open walls and having to do new outlets and things like that in existing walls, that may add a little electrical cost there. Anyways, I think that answers the 10 questions on the email. So hopefully that brings some information that you're looking for. I will take a look at that inspection report and give a better response to that, and then let me know on some of these items that I listed here. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.